Hello, you trans-dimensional topologies. This is the Roguerifler, and we are putting the no back in the techno revolution. So we're doing a bunch of we're taking on the Autonoms from the get-go because Sheela wouldn't have it any other way. And yeah, so I think previously I was thinking about I was talking up how all these food sectors are really important, and then I didn't actually do it with the, what was it, Jalasville? Jalasville. Alright, cool. That's exactly what it's supposed to sound like. Anyway, so we needed to make a food sector previously, but I didn't. So that's what we're going to do. And that'll allow this city to expand a lot more quickly instead of taking 6 turns to get to the next size. Back over here, what's the plan? I'm still going for food development 1. I've got all my units stacked in one spot, so I think I just need more units. We're going to make as many of them as possible. Doing primal control. Then I think we're going to back around to Volatile Afflictions, because this will give us the Ionic mod, which combos really well with all our stuff. We'll talk about that when it all gets online. Anyway, we need to go out and kill some stinking robots. So let's do that. These look like robots. And we're going to try to save our units, because they take 3 turns to build right now, which is unacceptable. So they have all the enhanced targeting. Let's see. So welcome to Battle Cam, the segment that just doesn't have a standard introduction. What are you up against? Well, we're up against, looks like low-tier Autonom units, plus a couple of these, I think these are called Reavers? One of those 2 words is what these things are. Are these, tell me, Aztec Hunters, but they have like a name. I think they're Reavers. Anyway, so, these guys, they're all mechanical, which means they have an inherent arc weakness, which is actually great for me. And pretty much a bunch of backline units plus a bunch of melee. So they don't really have any support. Their melee units are kind of scary because they inherently have stagger resistance, which means that, all those encounters where, the encounters 1 because we have these huntresses that can do this AoE stagger, those won't matter as much. We can still blind them, but we can't stagger them right now, I do believe. So, what's the play? Well, we want our melee unit to take some hits. Hopefully not die. Not dying would be preferable. We've got we got a couple of archer dudes over here. So we're gonna push a little bit on this flank. Oh, this guy has psychic attacks. Oof. So this guy will be really nice. I just don't want him to die horribly. So that'll hopefully be a flank. Gonna definitely scan their higher armor units, their higher defense units. So the Golem has 6 armor. It's actually 4, but it's 6 when they go into defense mode. I think I actually want to go with the liquidators, because the liquidators can jump into melee. So now they're scanned. So that gives them, I believe, now they have a 4 weakness to arc. And if we hit them with our hacker, who has the, if we compromise them, that would give them like a 7 weakness to, yeah, a 7 weakness. So basically I could build up a double damage buff, which is why one of the cool combinations that you can do with the Amazons, because I can turn all of my bio damage into arc damage eventually. It'll be great. So I'm wondering, do I just stand out in the open? could scan the golem from here. The range units aren't in a super punishing area, in a super punishing place. So we'll do that. Bring our other range units forward, and they do have AoE attacks, so I'm just gonna go on Overwatch. And let's see if things go horribly wrong. There's a jump, and he died. Okay, so that's a lot of excessive camera panning. What do we do? Well, now they're all super weak to arc damage, so I want to do as much of this as I can. This I can blow up. Maybe with the Biomancer, that might be the best use of her actions. Let's kind of stand back, blow this up. Okay, that clears the LOS blocker. I have a 50% hit chance. That's actually pretty garbage. I could do the scrambling virus to compromise them, which then would allow me to stun them. I also have to worry about this crazy backline, which I can't actually get into. Well, their backlines can be an absolute pain to deal with. So I do have these anti-armor shots that do a whopping 4 damage, you know, off to a great start. I'm kind of in a bad spot because these things have decent range. So that compromises both of them, and that means we can just kill them. Okay, so I could run the gauntlet here, take the attack of opportunity and go in for a blind, and get both of them. So that means this guy can run in and get within melee range. He has 60 HP. If any of these two act, he gets his in combat buffs. So I'm going to hope that that's enough and he won't die horribly. Let's see. Okay, we did fine. We did great. So this will be a kill. This one's blinded, so we're going to focus on them. I've got more shots here. I can maybe run in for a blind. What are my other options? Also got a heal. I don't think it's super necessary. Okay, so now it's really not necessary. Our hacker can run up here, but he can't get into range, so we're just going to bring him into hopefully what I think is cover. All the other units really don't matter. Took some damage, that's why we got the heals. Okay, so things went okay. And I could get a bunch of energy. I think I want the energy. And we got even more energy for blowing up robots because people just don't like robots. Can't blame them. We're gonna just clear out these zones and maybe I can't colonize them, but you know, they'll be ours. It'll be great. There's a lot of Autonoms stuff around here. Okay, so going to war with them was probably was the right call. Let's see. So I grab territory. Here, we grab this one now. And I can continue building units here, which is ideal. Oh, I think we got this one as a reward. So we can give her the acid composite. We've got a ton of energy. We're building something next turn, so there's no real reason to rush that. And I don't believe there's anything. I could start these monitors. So... Oh, I don't think these die anymore. I can just kind of have them up permanently. I would really like to be able to see what's going on over here. Next turn we're going to fly back and put up a little monitor station over there. Okay, so these guys, we can get them a agricultural exploitation. Gonna start marching to fight those guys. Building more stuff. These guys also want an agricultural exploitation. And we are coming back here to deploy a monitor. Probably in the river tile would be the best, the least likely for them to traverse it. And maybe don't want another one. We'll leave it at that for now. Looks like I can grab another sector, so we're going to grab this because this is it's got another tower. So things are going okay on the frontier. That is until the Autonoms decide to attack us back. They haven't yet. I really want to have access to our Lancers. So I will take the turn to upgrade and grab this because if I have the Cosmate to make some super decked out Lancers. I don't think there's a reason to not do that. Granted, I also should probably build another sector. I think that one's going to be a production sector. So we'll do something like that. Over here, we can now clear out these jerkwads. Okay. And we should be able to start heading over here. Clear out that one. This is giving us a lot of early research. We've now got food development 1. What do I even want? Don't have a ton of rivers yet. I potentially might want to grab this water sector on my main base. It could be a pretty decent like energy sector, or you know, just generally a good sector to take. So I think that means we're gonna get aquatic deployment. And we finally got primal control, so when we fight animal units, we can take them over. Our archer lady has gotten better. I want to give her the heal, because that's really big. And Sheela is getting better, so 8 chance strength of being mind controlled until end of combat. That's pretty nuts. Right. She was also having accuracy issues. I could go with Deadeye. Visual acuity would give her more range. What do I want? No, we're going after the Autonoms. Let's take control. And I could do the grounding harness, so give a stagger resist. I'm not sold on that yet. So if I go all the way over here, not really seeing anything out of, what's this guy? Oh, Booker, that's right. The meat sack trader who deals with robots. And something that we definitely don't do and will not do later on. But yeah, we've got to project our hatred onto somebody else rather than ourselves. That's how it works. So, anyway, looks like we're just gonna go through the mountains. And let's see, I built this, and look how much faster this thing's growing now. It's great. Oh, this already has a specialist set up. That's really cool. I kind of want to give them integration, but I can't unlock that yet. So we're just going to go with building Lancers here. And we have the making of a new stack. It's not a very good stack. Speaking of which, we should actually just grab that, because that's free money. So we've got aquatic deployment. We've got all our doctrine slots filled up for once. Force deployment's good. Hazard removal's good. I'm probably not going to be building much else in this group, although production one, I don't know, +1 armor is a pretty big deal. So actually we're going to do that. And let's see. I want to see where else. Okay, their capital is literally right there. Interesting. Wow, we spawned like within one screen of each other. That's what happens when you have 10 players on a large map. This planet's just not big enough for really all of us. So we can now start pumping out even more of these units. I could also get bioengineering plantation, which would be like, it'd be a huge deal. So I'm going to go for this and this upgrade, which will give our capital tons of growth, which I think is important. Even if it slows us down a little bit in the early game. Now, can I rush these? The answer is not really. But I can build more of these. I've got more other units on the way. Maybe we should see what's down over here. And it's time to go kill the robots. By time to kill them, I mean we'll do it next time. So it looks like they expanded over here. Okay, so it's time to take on... Oh no. It's a rematch against the phase manipulators. There were mostly support units in that stack, so I'm just gonna auto it. And that gives us a boatload of research. So we now have ionic conductors. What else do I want? I could go... I think I want to start down the synthesis line and go for the hackers. We can now upgrade these to have... not... I guess it's not these guys. It's... I want to... Since I have a lot of extra cosmite, we can invest in our archers and turn them all into these ionic composites, which so they do... they'll poison, and they'll electrify, and they'll melt armor. And against mechanical units, we can give them massive damage buffs with the Biomancer plus the Hacker. So we're gonna just do that for everybody. Ionized. And these guys are gonna get probably an integration mod. Now, do I want anything for these guys yet? Not really. So that'll give us a ton of extra damage. The other thing is we might turn one of these ladies into... probably turn... I don't even know your name. Zahina? Zahina? Alright, we'll go with Zahina. And you've got a heal. I don't think I've invested anything else. No. So, piloting looks like a good option in the future. But we are still going to go clear out all this stuff. I don't want to spend the time... Well, do I want to grab this now? Oh, these choices are tough. The other thing I can do... Oh, I don't want to spend 230 energy. That's too much. So, we've got this army set up. This is an expansion. If I want to grab it, which I do. So I think we're going to bring these guys down south. You got production 1 to use that sometime in the future. So I think we're going to go for environmental conditioning, and then we're going to go for roads. That should allow us to move around a little bit more quickly. And let's see. Oh no, they've sided with the Autonoms. Yeah, we're not going to be at peace with those guys for much longer. I'm not seeing anyone down here, so I could definitely expand down here. Grab this. You know. I am kind of concerned that our army's split a bit. And our energy income, despite building all of these energy reactors, is still crashing. But we got the Economist as Pioneer, which gives us 300 more space bucks, which is great. And you see, like, boom, you know, the turn time to continue growing, it just disappears. I think it's so important to get these bio farms, especially at level 4, because then your colonists don't actually cost food upkeep. So do I want to do that here? Or do I just want to keep building units? This lady can get upgraded to all sorts of stuff. I could get another specialist sector. I don't want to blow all my energy. the same time, it's not a whole lot. So let's get a couple more of these gals out. I want to see how much... Okay, so there's some Vanguard over here. Could conquer. It's a lot of angry crickets. These guys are heading south to go take on this, and we're going to start another colony there. And apparently there's some angry crystal bros over there, so that might be more than I can deal with. They can attack both, so my hope is that they attack this, we take out a unit or two, and then we can retaliate with their army. It'll kind of suck because these guys are fairly resistant to arc, but I can lower that with the Biomancer. So, we're not panicking yet, but soon, soon it'll be a good time to panic. I still haven't met another NPC faction, so our influence is just going to keep going up. This might be the playthrough. Oh no, they're going to steal my tower? Those jerkbags. Really not much else to say about that. So now we can build Guardian Daemon Shells. Gives these guys more armor, which they desperately need. That'll give us a decent stack to fight this stuff. And don't want to make more of them. Our energy economy kind of sucks. But they're really good. Okay, so there's this big empty desert over here. I can definitely rush this. And if I do an upgrade here, do I want to spend the time and effort to do that? The answer is probably not. I think I want another Biomancer. And then once this grows, which is next turn, and we can grab another sector, we're going to grab this one. Then we can build our colonizer. Alright, manual this. Can we beat the Electro Bros? That's the question. So, what are we up against? We are up against, the remnants of Crystal Bro. He's turned to the dark side and become more. And basically low HP, high armor. In our case, it's even worse because he has resistance to... actually, he should be weak to biochemicals, so... we should be able to, like, rip through these guys if we don't die horribly. I'm mainly worried about the lightning units, though I can't get in range yet. So we're going to move up a wee little bit, which is a proper measurement. Not a smidget, that's just... That's not a unit. I could run forward with this guy. Yeah, we're going to put up our shield. And we're going to run super far forward. We should be fine, but I'm giving him shields just in case. Okay. Can I... Well, I want to scan. It looks like I need to be standing pretty much here. And there's not a whole lot of cover. Can entangle some of these guys. Let's go for entanglement on that. I really want to scan something. I could scan from over here. I think we'll just save it. Just not a whole lot of cover, which is a problem. So let's see what happens. Oh, so they definitely move in, which is fine. So this person can drop a shield and self-heal. So I think the plan is instead to focus on killing them. Apparently I don't have LOS from here. Oh, it must be this this block. This guy definitely needs to back off and bunker up. I don't have great options. If I stand close, I don't think this guy can shoot him. No, he doesn't have line of sight and he can't do it. I'd eat some damage if I come over here, but not too much. So let's just take the AoE damage. Oh god, that's a lot of AoE damage. It was not a good idea to take the AoE damage. This guy should back off, maybe. I don't want to go through the fire, so we're going to back away while our shield recharges. And we're going to get, kind of have to position so we aren't going to bounce damage, because we lost the unit because of that. So hopefully no one else dies. Okay, so we get our little self-shield back. And saying I can hit him from there, so that means I should be able to blind and stagger. And by blind and stagger no one. That's entangled. It doesn't. It might be nice. I could keep shooting. Oh shoot! Well. Okay, the fire has gone out. I can come forward, do a lot of damage, and then flank and kill this guy. Alright, well we didn't lose, which is great. And our energy economy creeps ever downward. But it's okay, because we're killing robots. We can always find extra movement points if it means we can kill these guys now. So it still looks autoable. Apparently it's not. Oh, yikes. So, what do we do? Well, what are we up against? We're up against core Autonom units, which, you know, they don't do great damage, they don't have great armor, but they're mechanical, which makes them a little bit more resistant to, like, they're all stagger resistant and stuff like that. They've got this twerking monitor. So there's really not a whole lot here that I'm worried about. I just don't want any unit to like run in and get focused down. So I can run this guy forward, give them their big shield buff. I'm going to try. Alright, we're going to get those guys scanned, which makes them take... They're now at 4 strength arc weakness. Yeah, this guy gets in, it'll be even worse. And we've got, you know, our backline skirmishers. Now they don't have any AoE damage, ranged AoE damage, so I can just kind of group up. It's not a big problem. So we're going to do exactly that. On this front, I don't want to advance too much because we're a little out of position. So just get to cover and hang out. You know, that's all we need to do. Holy cow. That's a lot of damage. Okay, so this is where our hacker shines because he can compromise 3 units, making them very susceptible to damage. So now, like, look at that, right? 17 damage, that's because this thing now has an arc weakness. Should honestly be more. Right, it's scanned. It's compromised. So it's -5, and it's mechanical, right? You're mechanical. So it should have like a -2 base. I don't know why it's -5 and not -7. Is it capped somehow? We'll never know. This one should be compromised, right? This one's at -3 because he's not scanned, which makes sense. Anyway, so kind of overkill. But it's great. It's just dead. This guy's gonna run in. Trying to take the attack on that guy. That's really good. Because they now lose. A lot of them lost their like targeting buff. And I could get 2 shots here, which could be a kill. Okay, so that means this guy can, you know, just GTFO and get healed up. There's nothing wrong with getting healed up. And our hero is probably going to just rotate, get out. Okay. So we can focus on this guy because he has arc resist. Now, what's my chance at like haywiring him? 80%. Let's try to do that. Okay, so he's disabled, right? So he can't attack me? Is that what this is saying? Cannot use actions. I think that still means he'll hit me. I think that's what this is showing, which is kind of funny. I want to focus on this guy in the back. So he can do damage. Alright, so that took care of their damage. Kind of close range. Do some more arc damage. I always call it lightning damage. And there's really no super use for that guy. That's pretty much a kill. So we're going to take some final shots here and hopefully not hit our own unit, and then get the kill. Okay, and that gives us this sector, but I actually want to colonize it. So what do I do? I could build a colonizer here. That's probably the best option, but it'll take a lot of turns to just get past. want to grab this and turn it into an energy sector, so that's what we're doing. Yeah, we'll build a colonizer. Why not? Alright, goodbye. Goodbye, little dino. And this, I think, is actually a full set of melee units. We should be fine if they like try to fight us there. But maybe it makes sense to send our little army over here to take this out and clear out that cosmite source. You know, and kill off all these robots. None of these are animal units, so I don't have to worry about primal override. I could get specialist trainers. Let's do that. Oh, why am I at... I cost 23 bloody turns to get that. That's a lot. Maybe, just maybe, we're going to, you know, get some doctrine, get some other cool stuff first. It'd be great to get that. It's such a good tech, but you know, I think that's too expensive at the moment. On energy sector, 'cause I need energy badly. And got a making of another army. We almost have a hacker. So if I did another... I almost have another lancer too. So I do a biomancer, a hacker, 2 lancers, and 2 backline. That's probably, you know, all that we want, but it's going to take us a couple turns to get the hacker. So in the meantime, I could upgrade or I could start building another army. And I eventually want to bring that biomancer down here, so everything's pointing to like pretty much building another lancer. So let's do that. Just turn this guy on explore mode. Robin. Oh, yikes. Okay, so this is Robin. And she's gonna come over and try to... She be robbing my territory? No, that didn't work. Okay, well, we're gonna wrap things up here, start colonization, move our troops this way. I'd love to clear this out, but I don't want to just have an army come in here and grab all my stuff. So, take care of this for now. Should just be able to auto this. And then we can start heading this way. And our colonizer, do that as well. Oh, I did not want to send all these guys along. Okay, so we have another Lancer. I want to assemble a small army back here. Looks like we have a hero that we can grab. So we could turn her into a Lancer. Right, give her piloting. Probably vitality. And biology expert. Why not? So I'd give her grounding harness, the incinerator module, and guardian shell. Which can join up with the biomancer and head down here. So that'll be this army. I can have these guys basically waiting on a hacker. So I might as well join these guys up. I'm going to keep these guys together. Sheela can upgrade. Up against... The arc damage will come in handy. I can take control of units. I'm wondering if visual acuity affects her targeted abilities. Could also give her an AoE disruption hack or just more stuff. We're gonna go with Deadeye. It's not super cool, but doesn't need to be, and I can give her the targeting Daemon Shell, so she gets buffs when she needs them. And I was thinking of turning this lady into another Lancer, so we're going to do that. And give her the incinerator, grounding harness, and the guardian shell. So she has a ton of defense. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty confident about our ability to take them on. We'll have like 2.5 stacks. It'll be great. Let's see. I could upgrade growth. I could just get more units on the field. We're gonna need them. So let's do that. I think we're going to finally take this because it'll give us Cosmite reduction in the long run, and, you know, gives us a bunch of extra energy. Not energy, science! Which is different. So we've got these guys come down here. Basically regroup. I could rush this. I don't know if I have enough energy to do really anything else with all that money. So we'll figure out what our army's doing over here. We do have hackers now. They're already integrated, so none of the shells are necessary. Kind of just leave them as is, to be honest. What should they cost? It costs 70. If I rush this, it costs 40. I do not want to bankrupt myself that quickly. I'm going to get another central reactor core. Okay, so we have hackers, we've got more tech. The Arborian Commune gives us some really solid tanky units. I think we're going to go for this. I have plenty of tech to do the fights, so I'm going to go for a regenerative bioregulator into the Arborian Commune to have really really tanky units that heal for a lot. And I think that's the play. Oof. We could try to win this. Now, we do have the Primal Override, so I could actually get a unit out of this. Let's see, they have to kind of come at me. I have a tanky unit, which can cause them problems. And they don't really have range, so I'm just going to run that guy forward. I'm not going to use a shield. Well, maybe I will. It couldn't hurt. Okay, so that's our setup. Let's see what happens. So they didn't really do a whole lot, which means I can just kind of shoot at them. In fact, I can move up and entangle both of these. Okay, so these guys are pretty much out of the fight, which will allow me to potentially focus down some of the stuff. Now, I'd love to be able to like convert the red guy, so we're going to focus this guy. Can I get a kill? Likely not, so we're just going to hang back. Okay. So I can finish this stuff off, no biggie. I think I want to heal that guy, so I'm just gonna shoot him. Those guys are stuck, so I could heal this guy. How much damage can he do? He could just run over and bite him. I could also use this guy to shoot this, which stagger him, which lowers the amount of damage he can do back to me, and then I can shoot him a bunch and poison him. You know, and we'll just heal ourselves. Why not? Okay. And I can park our tank on top of this and go into Overwatch. Okay, well that guy died. So we're gonna try to put this guy to sleep. So he's definitely the strongest one to live. He's asleep, so let's do the Primal Override. So we get a new unit. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's be buddies. Okay, and there's a counter-attacking army. Which is exactly what I didn't need. So we'll see what they do. Now, do I want to fight this? So there'd be a lot of melee versus... We have a melee unit to kind of hold them. We have a bunch of staggers. How bad is it? We'd be up against all these liquidators, which can't stagger. That's looking a little terrifying. At the same time, we have tons of arc damage. So it could be fine. Okay, so the key is for them to shoot at my melee hero. Keep our range units spread out, so that way when they do get through, they aren't all dead. And I need to debuff one of them. I think I could do that from behind cover over here. These guys have 3 armor. They all have 3 armor. Okay, well, let's... I'm more worried about these guys, the liquidators, so we're going to scan them. And we're going to spread out significantly. Something like this. Okay, so liquidators made it through now. This guy's out in the open. Okay, we gotta kill off that. I won't get staggered, so this is actually looking like a kill. Okay, it wasn't. But I can just kind of run in close quarters. 45 plus a 25 graze band, so that's a 70% kill chance. Okay, so that leaves this guy. I don't believe I can target him. Yeah. I don't think there's a huge point into getting close to those guys, so we're going to back off. I could stagger him, so we're just going to shoot him through a wall. Okay, yikes. I'm definitely going to heal and get the stun off of them. I could run over here to get onto those guys. I think that's the play. Get the melee unit on their back line. I think I'm going to kite over here. And I'm going to get my injured unit to the back line. This should be fine. Okay, should be able to go after this guy. He's invisible, but he only has 1 action. My hero can take care of that. I could triple stagger these guys. Oh, this guy is stagger immune. That was a mistake. I've got to hope I can't really focus him, can I? Do I have any solid way to... I could slow him. And I think I can run. Oh, he's blinded. Perfect. So they're slowed, they're blinded. Though I think he still has his leap attack, so I'd be a little careful with that. We're just gonna back off. Okay, so that's not going great. Took care of their unit. Man, this is gonna be rough. I could take the AO. Run this person away. He's blind. I don't even have to worry about the AO, so I can get out of dodge with this unit. And then I think we just try and focus him down. 35 hit chance. It's pretty bad, but oh my gosh, really? This guy could be pretty messed up. I think I have to just kite. Well, let's go for the shots. Apparently, I don't know, sometimes that happens, and that makes my life a lot more difficult. So we're just gonna run her over there, and hopefully she's not dead. Okay. So now our hero can just bolt their way back. He's pretty much dead. This guy's still blinded. He is not. So, well, it doesn't. It looks like he's blinded. Doesn't look like he has his attack of opportunity. But it doesn't say he's blinded. I'm confused. Well, okay, we can just walk away from him and okay, so he's pretty close to being dead. I'm gonna back off, and we got the kill. And he gets electrified. Hey, we did it! We didn't die horribly. Excellent. I'm just gonna sell that. We'll have to see what's over here. We got another doctrine slot. The economist would give me like plus 40 energy, which would be a big deal. It's probably the best thing I can do right now with this doctrine slot, so let's do it. And I think I want hackers. So, what's the play? Well, you can go for Cosmite. We could go for the Military Innovation Center. Or I could just go for roads. think I'm gonna go for the Cosmite. That'll double our Cosmite income. There's no reason not to do it. I really need to send some spy drones over here. And, it's a bunch of machine humans. What a disgrace. Looks like... Is it just one stack? I come over here. You're gonna promise me that there aren't any more? There aren't. So maybe the play is just to attack with these guys. Move these guys to the front. This looks like all the units they have for the incoming invasion. So is this as dangerous as it says it is? I've got a scan, I've got tons of lightning damage, I've got triple melee, and I've got a melee unit that... This guy I think even comes back to life. So... I think honestly we could auto-combat this. Alright, well, we'll have to fight out, but it's really in our favor. So, what's the play? Well, this thing basically has Resurgence. I guess it has Undying, which is slightly different. But it can kind of run forward, soak a bunch of damage. And our Lancers can essentially do the same. Run forward, and pretty much be damage soaks. They don't have AoE. Is this AoE? No. So they don't really have any AoE at range, which means I can kind of be... I do have a lot of ranged firepower. I'm wondering where I want to go. I could run up here. Let's run up here. That'll be fine. And what do I want to scan? Well, these guys are great at stripping armor. So we're going to kind of have them match up with the Golem. And if I got one more space forward, I could scan these two units. Okay, so what's the play? Well, this guy's on fire, and I could start stripping his armor. I think that's the plan. That could actually be a kill. That means I can get this guy onto the flank. Over here, how much damage does this guy do? Too much. And I don't believe I can do a whole lot about it. I can swing at him. I could pull back these units. I don't want to run in and take a bunch of damage here. So I'm actually going to pull back, go into armor mode, and back off here. And we'll pop a heal there. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, he's back already. But that was a lot of damage I didn't think I was going to take. So... I think we go for the flank shots. Um, suddenly took so much damage. So that's the melee overwatch gone. I could run this guy away. A lot of these units just need to skedaddle at this point. Because if they die, they're not coming back. I don't even know if I can run them as far away as I need to. I could protective growth. So it gains +4 armor and regenerates 25% of its HP. This guy can run the furthest. I don't think this has like resurgence or anything. No, it doesn't. Oh, that's rough. Okay, that's a big deal. That thing's dead. And I can get a kill here. This guy's probably... Oh man, all these guys are in danger. This guy is engaged in melee, so he's 40% hard to hit, 60% hard to hit. So, ideally this guy is not going to die horribly. And he has 0 shields. Oh. Now I gotta pick. I think this one's in the most amount of danger. That's 80% hit chance. I don't know what the hit chance is on this guy. So I could heal this guy for 15 and give him 4 armor. This guy's... Oh, man. Or he could just die. Right, I haven't invested a whole lot into him. I think I want my melee unit to live. So we're going to pick the melee unit. Okay, so we're going to run in on... Try to kill some of these units. Oh, I grazed. This guy's a really low HP. So let's just get him out while we can. And that means this unit probably wants to just lay in here. They really don't like that guy for whatever reason. So I can get a kill here. And get a kill here. And I can put up the shields and hopefully heal. Okay, well apparently I didn't get the heal proc. If I run over here, I can get a stab attack. Alright, that was a little sweaty. So, we lost the beetle baby. But we defeated the evil robots. Over here... let's build a Shrike to see what's going on down there. Okay, so we beat off those guys. There's a ton of units over there, which is a little concerning. Now the other question is, what's here? Oh, there's a lot of stuff. Kind of like they have like one major DPS unit. Hmm. We're expanding next turn to be nice to clear out this. Pretty much we don't have a whole lot of tanky units. But I could probably just throw numbers at them. So we'll do that next turn. And it looks like we've got... Might be the time to get this going. And we'll get another skirmish barracks done over here. Okay, well, nothing's on fire yet. I have no idea what the military situation is up here. Probably a really dumb idea to be building more upgrades when you're at war, but you know. Okay, so that's Sappho. Well, hopefully we don't get involved in a war with them as well. We're gonna figure that out next time, so I'll catch you then.